Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I'm being joined once again by...
In this corner, in the black sleeves, playing Xeno Trunks, it's Jimmy. And in the opposite corner with the custom sleeves and the Bardock crew Matt, it's Fluff. The championship match of the century isn't this. This is just locals. This wasn't a championship. It is championship of locals, but not like regional championship.
Unsanctioned, lights out.
This is unsanctioned. Yeah,
this is them swinging at each other behind in the back alley behind the arena, drunkenly tied to each other with a t-shirt.
I had been doing some Hungarian oil wrestling before this started. You'll notice that the cards in my hand are a little bit slick, so just watch out for that.
Hungarian oil wrestling takes me back to my youth.
Talking about slick cards, might have learned from that Android 16 player here. I don't know.
Maybe already dropping that. All right.
Wow.
You know, we were talking about that before camera, and I feel like that was the real content. Like the discussion we had about like, is that cheating or like what's going on here? Like, I feel like that was some content. We probably should have recorded that too.
Well, I mean, not the content we did last night where I was pretending to stream to you guys and we were doing like a streamer moment.
Wait, we recorded that?
No.
Oh, we should have recorded that.
But
I don't think we can put that on YouTube. Bancroft was naked.
Exactly. But we got new decks. Let's talk about the new decks, guys.
I don't want to.
Then I'll go first. So I'm playing the Trunks deck here. Trunks Vegeta deck. One of the things that kind of got me is turn one, you want to see one of the one-drop Trunks or Vegetas, and I didn't see either on turn one, so I'm having to utilize some of my turn two energy to set them up, which was the whole idea behind using the Black Kamehameha. I didn't really care about him like having that battle card to swing with. I just wanted the draw off of it. So I was going to get the 2 life either way once I decided to go on ahead and awaken, which this leader has a very interesting awaken where you basically cannibalize the Vegeta, take yourself down to 2, draw 1, and flip yourself over. And then at any point during the game, you can activate battle, get rid of the Vegeta, gain 10,000, and double strike for the battle. So it's nice to have. And then I go on ahead and get my evolve just to get the draws and disrupt anything that Jimmy wants to do on this turn too.
I know going into this that yellow is going to be easily the hardest matchup for Trunks Xeno, due to I really rely on my battle cards for everything, and they're all played by skill, which if yellow's good at anything, it's tapping down cards by skill. Example right here, tapping down the Unison, playing the Poutine. So now the first battle card or Unison I play every turn is going to be tapped down by Trunks, and then if I play it by a skill, you're also going to get a tap by Poutine.
Yeah.
So I know that my best strategy would be put a card out, get it tapped, and just hope that you can't clear it before I get the value out of it the next turn. Which, with yellow's amount of KO power right now, it is nearly impossible to keep a threat on board long enough to actually do anything.
Yeah.
So here, obviously, it gets tapped down by skill because I'm playing with Union Fusion. While it's such a small cost, it does tap me out, and I just have to hope you can't clear it, and I'm going to be able to get some use out of it. Which, if I remember correctly, you do clear this. I'm not exactly sure though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I have a Vegeta in hand to play off the Vegeta that I'm fighting with Trunks here. And the great thing about this Vegeta and Trunks duo is the Trunks has barrier. The Vegeta seems like he's a vulnerable target, but because of the way that the leader operates, the leader wants to recycle those every turn. So if you waste your resources clearing out my battle cards, I just get free advantage the next turn. So I'm going to turn that Vegeta sideways 100% of the time, especially if you have something in rest mode that I can just pop.
Mm.
And I know that you are a good enough player that you are going to be able to play around Poutine and Trunks as an interaction. Whether it being keeping that Go 10, is that Go 10? Keeping that Go 10 on the
Gohan.
field, the Gohan, keeping the Gohan on the field, and then playing out something cheap first to bait out the two effects,
Mm.
and then moving forward with your turn there. So I'm only really slowing you down by like a turn overall through this. So I have to be careful not to spend too much of my resources being too aggressive in this match.
Yep. And this particular build of the deck really relies on its defensive capabilities rely on blockers, which can become an issue because you can just tap down everything and then I'm a sitting duck. So all of my aggression is getting tapped down, all of my defense is getting tapped down. So I know I'm just going to have to make the few cards that I get to turn sideways on my own accord. I have to make those count.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know before the event you were considering running the Dark Overrealm promo Poutine that steals a battle card.
Mhm.
Now that you're in this wide board matchup, are you regretting not including that in your deck?
Yeah, somewhat. But it was going to replace the Poutine that's currently on field, and I'm kind of glad I did keep it because I do get to restand it using its own effect and get a little, something out of it.
That's
I
huge.
really like.
against Yellow.
I love that Poutine in your list. It was so good against me.
Uh, but to talk about the promo, I think that promo is it's absolutely incredible. I honestly believe it's the best promo out of the this current run of tournament packs.
And so,
Hands down the best. And I feel like in some matchups it's game changing. It's best card in the deck, and then other matchups it's just mediocre. And like I said, everything I play is just going to get immediately tapped down. I do wish I had it in this instance, but I'm glad I didn't cut the blocker Poutine for it. I will likely try to find room for at least two other elsewhere in the list once I can get my hands on a couple copies.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to include both. I mean, just being able to restand of your own accord against Yellow is huge, especially when this Vegeta Trunks, God, my brain just exploded. This Vegeta Trunks leader has a lot of options for popping rest mode battle cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This
Certainly.
deck has a ton of options available to it, and a lot of diverging points of play. And I'm not saying that I'm experienced enough with this deck to recognize all of those diverging points of play, and I'm sure there are things that I missed over the course of this match as far as effects and opportunities to really push and punish, but you'll see that I'm pretty well keeping control of Jimmy's board.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big
Uh,
Turles.
Yeah, Turles is so good. He's got one energy open, so I'm understanding that there's probably going to be some floodgate coming, and I'm correct. There's a pan. So I don't really want to push anymore. It doesn't matter so much if I swing with the leader or not. I can swing with the leader and utilize its effect. Jimmy's still at 5 life, so I'd like to try to get him down to 4. So here I am clarifying with Jimmy that it is battle cards only that I have to discard.
And it does not negate the initial attack as well.
Correct.
So this pan is really, really nice. I do think it's a 4 of in the list no matter what. But it's just like low carb topo. It doesn't negate the initial attack. It only works against battle cards. But still, for 1 energy, battle card floodgate is never a bad thing.
Yeah. Never a bad thing. So that's essentially going to shut down my turn. What I'm thinking in this moment while we're playing is I would like to deal damage to you or make you waste cards in your hand.
Mhm.
So I throw the Vegeta's Final Flash on the attack, make that a 40,000 double strike, and you're going to have to now combo out of all of that
Mhm.
or take yourself down to 2. Now, I have no idea what your deck does, but I'm keeping an energy open for defense. I have a blocker, at least one on the field. I have a grip of, I have a book in my hand, so I feel plenty safe spending that Vegeta's Final Flash
Mhm.
to push. And you end up comboing out, and I think you ended up burning like 3 super combos here,
Mhm.
which I was really happy to see.
I was worried that you would be able to play through the Pampo, swing with your double strike Turles into my 2 life if I were to take this attack, and then you have a book on field you can combo with plus the book in your hand. That I felt much more comfortable just comboing out of this one attack and not having to worry about uh, you know, losing on a swing through pan.
Yeah.
Um,
There, I don't want to combo because you've still got a sizable amount of cards in your hand. I think you're sitting on 10 or 11 cards in your hand, and I'm sitting on like 13 or 14.
mhm.
But I don't want to sacrifice the cards in my hand because it does seem like your deck is incredibly aggressive. So I want to keep those in case I have to defend myself. So I'm expecting another thwarting to hit the line here. I'm expecting the SS God Trunks to hit the field. I wasn't quite expecting what your deck did, though.
Also, if you're expecting that the 8-drop thwarting that Dark Empire coming in, it was really smart that you went and grabbed that Vegeta with your Trunks effect last turn, because you get to choose the battle cards that you warp off of that big 8-drop, and you could just get rid of your little ones here.
Yeah.
Mhm. Definitely.
I didn't know what to expect. There, Jimmy had a choice Super Kamehameha to hit my Frieza Robotic Riposte, so I have to just take that for what it is.
Yeah, I was holding on to that Super Kamehameha for a fat minute, waiting for the robotic to come down. And if you watch my match with Jake, I mentioned how this list plays very defensively until it sees an opening, and then it can switch gears into aggro. And seeing tapped out, you still have a ton to combo with, and you have a blocker on field. But I felt like I had the room to go for aggro here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to force the life down to 2. I do have a double striker in hand, and I just need you to get down to 2, similar to how you were trying to get me down to 2 in the last turn.
Yeah. I take the 2 hoping to find like a time magic or something of that nature, and I didn't find it. What I found instead was a super combo. So I felt okay about taking that life. I do still have a blocker on field. So I am going to be able to block. And I don't remember, I do go on ahead and block this attack. Just thinking like, okay, he's going to go all in. I think I end up trying to save this Trunks because I'm planning a Xeno Cell line during my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I need the Trunks to stick around for that.
Yeah.
So I think I saved this Trunks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I do believe. Yeah, you super combo on the Trunks.
Yeah,
because he is a 19 inherently, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, kind of digging for a time magic or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And here you play the 10K, and I was like, okay, what the hell are you doing? And then you just immediately slam down Pan.
Mm-hmm.
You swung, and I went, yep, here we go. So you start throwing on, you combo your whole hand, everything that you have available to combo there. And I think the number you get to is 75.
Yep, 75. And
yeah.
If you've watched any match with me and Fluff, 90% of the games come down to a 5k combo. Like, every damn game comes down to it. And this was a perfect example of that. If I were not to playing the Gohan and comboed with it for that extra 5k, you would have got to 75,000. And
had I decided to not save that Trunks, or saved the Vegeta's Final Flash in my hand, or something like that, it would have changed this deck. It would have changed the entire outcome of this match.
Mhm.
And like, even though I lost this one, I learned a lot from this match. This was the match that I think I learned the most about my deck in. And that's why, like, people beat themselves up when they lose. Yes, of course it sucks. We were playing for the shop, for the winner card tonight. But at the same time, I learned so much more about this deck through this match.
And that's all you can ask for, really. So, with that being said, keep in mind, just buttons below and on the screen while Fluff does the outro.
As of right now, Jimmy is still the champ. What can I say? I'm not going to take that away from him. He well deserved that. Which winner card did you get? Was it Poutine?
I wish.
Right, it wasn't. So, still an opportunity that I'm taking that damn Poutine. Read your cards, know your plays, let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to, and as always, Fluff out.